advise again if the company dropped off, if it went to shit, which being that it's General, you might love or hate General or not care in between, but they're very consistent. Especially they're very consistent on their price and they're very consistent on their availability. They are massive. They efficiently supply tobacco and cigars around the world. I mean, really. This was the new one, the value line Cohiba. But really, is it a value line, or is it just what it should be priced at? Like part of it, you could say, okay, well, yes, it's stronger than like the red dot, but is the red dot and the purple or those higher tier cigars? That can be difficult for some people to go, well, they might say I like the orange better. And if that profile they like better and it's cheaper, then the other ones aren't higher tier. They're like, oh, I don't even like those. So sometimes tier doesn't matter. Tier, I guess, is appropriate when you look at price points, but also sometimes cigars aren't equal to their price point, right? I don't think the red dot really should be out there for $29.99. But there's also a lot of cigars out there. That's so prolific. Cohiba's red dot is one of the most famous of on the higher end cigars. It's everywhere and it's always available. But I like them better when I get them online for like $5-6. They should be like a $12-13 cigar. Around a Don Carlos. It should be like a Don Carlos. It's got great Cameron tobacco, and I'll smoke red dot over regular Don Carlos any day of the week. Any day of the week, I prefer it. This is a 6x54. I'm just going to be talking about a little bit. Dark, oily, like sun-grown looking wrapper. Let's get a little light on this. Dark, oily. I like the color of the band. It's a big cigar. It says 654, and I'm telling you right now, it feels more like a 56. Sometimes with brands and blends, I guess you could say it's a heavy 54. It is a heavy 54. It's thick. Um, Quite dense. I bought these, I forget, yesterday. I forget the blend. I think it is Ecuadorian Habano, but we'll go over the blend later. I don't remember. I don't remember. Tonight's like the last cold night. It's not like that cold, but it's like 35. But that's nothing. I mean, 35 is luxurious. Plus, it's not that windy. But it was warmer the other day over the weekend, and tomorrow's gonna be 40. Then I think 50, 60, and then I think 70 on Saturday. It's 10:15. Do you know where your balls are at? You want to use soft, gentle heat. You want to warm up that cigar. I do like the Rubicon. I do like the price point, but let's just take the price out of it. Do I like it as a blend? Because a cigar is not tobacco. If that was the case, I'd just give you a leaf. Tobacco's a leaf. A cigar is not a leaf. A cigar is a complex thing. Besides the actual roll, the construction, and the positioning, aging, and everything else, and treatments they do with tobacco, barrel aging. Um, then you have bands, and you have advertising, price points, availability, boxes, cellophane, sizes, shapes, all of it. Moon grown is most important. Moony grown is most important. That is the most important. Nobody talks about is moon grown. Uncle Larry, Uncle Larry, the OG. How's your balls? Rather thick tobacco. Let's rather thick wrapper. All right. Off the bat, it's a medium foam, so it's definitely on the stronger side. Now, do I wish this Toro would have been a little slimmer? It really feels like a 6x56. It says it's 6x54, and I don't think it's a 54. I think it's a 56. I digress, though. I would have rather have a 6x50. Okay, 6x52. It does feel like a very chunky cigar. That's fine, but did I smoke? I smoked this in Gordo, but did I smoke this in Robusto? I'm pretty sure I did, and I don't recall. I think wasn't the Robusto. I think the Robusto was a box press, and wasn't that 55? Give me a second. So I don't know. I think, and I could be wrong on that. I forget the size. I know there's a Gordo, and I know this is the Toro, but I don't remember if the Robusto. I think the Robusto wasn't the Robusto a 555 box press, but like I forget. You know what? That's gonna bother me because it's been a long time since I had that Robusto. It came out in July. I'll tell you what. If you like a slightly lively cigar, slightly Habano West type of cigar, spicy, you know, it's definitely not really a breakfast cigar. It's not. It's not as smooth as the red dot or the purple. And the purple's still a strong cigar. But I'm saying, but there's reasons why they were able to price this cheaper. Yes, I mean they could just choose to price it cheaper. But when you smoke it, I think it comes down to the age of tobacco, the type of tobacco. Um, they definitely wanted this to be more affordable, which was a solid idea, and they wanted this to be more powerful, and not just power, but I hate to say it, a little more rough. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, meaning like some people want more, a little more ballsy, but it's not just about the type of tobacco like Lajero, priming, but if you use younger tobacco, not only is it cheaper because it takes less time, it's going to give you more grit, a little more, less refined, but you know, a lot of guys like that. A lot of guys like that about like Padron, like Thousand series, for example. Thank you. Thank you very much. I already know that. I know that. Here we're talking about some tobacco and cigars, though. But I know that, and I believe that. So thank you. But we're kind of just hanging out with the guys, vibing, talking about Cohiba right now. So thanks. Finish is quite long and heavy. Believe it or not, I would say this is one of the earthier Cohibas. Um, the what was that black and red one? The Royale. That Cohiba Royale, and that was expensive, but that was a dark, strong cigar. Not very easy to love at all. But and I really don't see that much. But if you want a strong, dark, kind of depressing Cohiba, try the Royale. If you're gonna drink like really strong whiskey, you know that can pair with that. There's such a range in Cohiba because like the Royale is totally different, like the M and the Wellers, the Weller Red Weller, that was one of the best Cohibas I ever had. The 2025 Weller, and once that's done, it's done. And of course, next year's blend is going to be different. Thank you. I knew I was right. 5.5 by 55, and it wasn't like a box press. Um, it was a box press, and it wasn't like a torpedo box press. Like, was it a perfecto? Something like that. It was different, Uncle Larry, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It feels like a spicy sun-grown Habano type of cigar. If you want something with a little more pop to it, lively, strong flavor with a long, heavy finish. That's not as smooth as like the blue or the red. I think the orange hits the spot. They didn't have a cigar exactly at this price point, and they didn't have a cigar on this strength level, and also with the younger tobacco. Thank you very much, Uncle Larry. Yeah, it'd be interesting, Uncle Larry, to buy a box of this and let them age for a year or two and see where they're at. I don't. They're not going to go bad. They're not going to get in 2 years. I don't think it's going to weaken this. I think it's going to be solid. I will say this though. There's a lot of thick, heavy tobacco in this, and I will say this that I feel like it's not even moving. The cigar's not like over moist. Um, it is a slow moving cigar. Out of this big fat boy 6x54 that feels like a 56, you're gonna get a lot of time out of it. A lot. So I mean, you're gonna enjoy it. If your goal smoking this is to like, oh, is it gonna be as slick and smooth as other higher end Cohibas? It's not. They're giving you younger tobacco. It's a cheaper price. They're giving you younger tobacco. The construction, I can't say anything bad about it. Is it as good as the other construction? I, I'd have to compare them, really. I mean, but I mean, it doesn't look like a bad constructed cigar. You know, Hmm. is crack is crack bad? Crack is bad. I appreciate that bringing it up, and that brings my next point. Don't do drugs, guys. Don't do drugs. Okay, I don't want you to get hurt doing narcotics. Right there, man. We went to like really a solid medium full, slightly bready, twangy. There's slight little bit of citrus notes going on. I think I got that last time. I like this cigar. It's in my favorite Cohiba. Well, what is my prerogative? If you said what's the best cheap Cohiba? Well, there's two cheap Cohibas. The blue, if we're talking about MSRP, the blue and the orange. And here's the good thing with the blue and orange. They're totally different vibes. If you say, oh, I want to smoke something kind of beautiful, medium plus, you know, maybe at the end of the cigar, light, medium full, go for the Cohiba Blue. Fantastic. Delicious, easy to love. But then you might say, I want a cheap Cohiba that it's going to blow up my chocha. It's not going to totally blow your chocha, but in the realm of Cohiba, it's strong for Cohiba. And it's definitely strong compared to a lot of the cigars. Like if you like the Oliva V or Oliva Milanio V, I think you could fuck with this cigar. It's definitely not a decadent cigar. It's not ultra syrupy sweetness or anything right now. It's got earth. It's got some balls. It's got like lively black pepper, like sharp black pepper. That's like you hold the smoke in it, and it's got some kick to it. I don't think it's scary, but it's definitely you know it's lively. It's like a heavy sun-grown vibe. You see, that's why I respect Uncle Larry so much. He speaks the truth. The red dot is a very you're gonna like this one for hey Uncle Larry, you're gonna like this if you're looking for a strong cigar kind of night, not crazy strong, but solid strong, and it's affordable. I think I paid like $9 PA MSRP, and that was at a lounge, and that lounge is a little more pricey. So you could get these for 7, $8. It is affordable, man. In 2026, and that's at a lounge. If you go online on cigar page, maybe you get it for $5. Guys, this is a serious cigar though. Like it's a solid mid-tier cigar for $8, $9 MSRP. Like that was a gift. I mean, like I'll take this over most of my father lineup, and my fathers are going for 10 to 13, $14 now. So I'll smoke this on my father. Really? I would smoke this over Padron 64. Um, it's darker than the Padron 64 natural, but not as dark as the 64 Maduro. But it's half the price and just as strong as that cigar. So I'll leave it at there. So I'll leave it at there. I mean, like his thing hits a lot of things, affordability, availability. It's strong, especially strong for Cohiba, and it's at the price point. It does very well against the competition. I'm pretty sure that the 555 was the best one. I think due to the box pressing and the blend ratio, and I think it wasn't the 555. I thought it had a torpedo tip. Pretty sure on that, and I can't remember. I don't think it was just a straight box press like a Padron. You know, and believe it or not, I've smoked the Gordo on this a few times, and the Gordo was solid. Gordo, the Gordo was fucking solid. Strength picking up right now. I'll tell you what, it's a heavy medium full right now. It's a heavy medium full. It's not a weak cigar. It is not a weak cigar. I wouldn't call it a delicious cigar. I would say it's a semi-potent cigar. Um, Bready twanginess, slight citrus note, a lot of black pepper, and a good amount of dark earth. And the cigar is kind of lively. How dark is the cigar feeling? Minimum 70%, between 70 and 75, but not like a true Maduro kind of vibe. But it's definitely, I mean, if you look at the cigar, it's on the darker. For a type of sun grown type of cigar, it's definitely on the darker looking wrapper. Um, let's go to the blend. I want to see the blend. I got the blend here. Let me see here. I got the blend check here. Here we go. American broadleaf binder, and I don't know if that's going to be Connecticut or Pennsylvania. It'll be one of the two. The filler is Dominican Piloto, Honduran, Entrada, and Java Strong. So two Hondurans, I think, and then Nicaraguan, it says. So Nicaraguan Esteli, two Honduran and Dominican, four different fillers. Ecuadorian Habano wrapper and American broadleaf. It hits. It hits. I mean, look, I mean, gasoline's going to go up. We got World War III going on, so Uncle Larry, this was the worst winter. This was the coldest winter I can remember. The consistency of the cold. I am so happy right now at 35 degrees. Uncle Larry, this winter kicked my ass. This winter put a dress on me and bent me over. This winter sucked. This was, I mean, yeah, we had some serious snowfalls and a lot of small storms too. But the main thing is, it was just so much cold, and I mean consistent. I mean, every day from November 1st till a week ago was just. And even this morning. This morning was like 15 degrees, but we're like, no, it was 50 on Saturday, so don't worry, and then it's going away. Like, bro, it was just 50 on Saturday, and this morning was 15 with like wind. It was like, bro, what the fuck? Why? I feel you on that, Uncle Larry. And one day we're gonna have a cigar together, Uncle Larry. That'd be nice. One day I gotta make it over to the west side of Pennsylvania. You know, maybe we could meet somewhere in the middle. Have a smoke, have a smoke, with Uncle Larry. Yeah, in my opinion, it definitely doesn't have. My burn line's going a little funny there. I think these are obviously way cheaper. You know, as it comes with younger tobacco, but the draw is definitely better. Like on like the red dot, or like the purple or the fucking whatever, the black or the higher end stuff. But it should be the higher end stuff a lot more expensive. They're probably producing less per hour or per day. How do you cut costs on a cigar? Younger tobacco and faster production rates. So, is this still made well? Sure. But I mean, by looking at the burn right now and the draw is not bad. But when I smoke, let's say a red dot, it's top shelf. We will if we survive World War III, Uncle Larry. I mean, we're right there. We're on the precipice. But I'm all about it. Guys, I hope Godzilla comes. I hope we all get nuked. Because know why? If we all get nuked, we're not paying our bills anymore. As soon as that first nuke goes up, yeah, I mailed the rent. I mailed my water bill. You didn't get it? Oh, man. It must have got lost in that nuclear explosion. So I'm gonna go. I was gonna go get it again, but my Wi-Fi's not working. The post office is shut down. So we're gonna figure it out. I told you guys. I called it. I said last year, 2026, World War III. It's gonna happen, and we are hit. Yeah, I'm all right. Here's the thing: you really just got to get and have enough brass to get through the first half hour. If you don't survive that first half, you know what I'm saying? No, like when things go bad, bro. How much? If you got like 40,000 rounds, that's great. But bro. If things start popping off, you'll be lucky if you get through a few magazines and you're still standing. And then if you got to go, you're not carrying even 1,000 rounds. You're lucky. You got to have to move. Now, if you got stuff in your vehicle, get out. But I mean, how far are you going to get? If things get really bad, how far can you get? Well, hopefully your gas tank is full. But what are you going to get? 200-300 miles? Where are you going to go? And then what? You got water? You got something? It's going to be a fucking doozy. We're going to have a civil war. We're going to have a complete collapse. Um, the dollar's going to collapse. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It was a good run. It was a good run. America, 250 years. Oh, how many years is it? Close enough. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be all right. I picked up another 200 rounds of 5.56 today. Just whatever. It'll be all right, I guess. I don't know. I guess. Yeah. Don't worry, Uncle Larry. Things go bad, we'll get a team up. We'll definitely team up. Do I like this cigar? I'll tell you what. It's not a bad cigar. It's surprising for Cohiba because of the affordability and the spiciness of this. Now, here's the thing. Here's the good thing about this: guys that don't like Cohiba because they're expensive, and also guys that don't like Cohiba because they're not, they're gonna say they're not strong, they're not Nicaraguan. Well, it, it's this is a spicy cigar. It's got Nicaraguan in it, but it's got pretty strong Honduran and Dominican in there. So, with that broadleaf binder, and the citrus note is nice, but it's a hearty cigar. It's a heavy medium full, and it's got nice complexity to it, and the vibe isn't bad. The vibe isn't bad. It's strong enough to smoke with like whiskey and scotch, bourbon. Um, you know, where I wouldn't be doing like I really wouldn't be drinking scotch or bourbon, generally speaking, with a red dot. Red dot, I like champagne. Red dot, maybe a glass of wine. Red dot, I don't know. You know, maybe I wouldn't even do a margarita with a red dot, not with Cameroon. But maybe it was just a nice clean Pilsner with red dot. But I digress. But this is on the heartier, heavier side for Cohiba, and they didn't have a cigar in this category. So they kind of made an anti-Cohiba. Cheap, more affordable, made faster, um, and very hearty and more young tobacco. So, you know, so, you know, it's going to be up people's alley. I really don't see the Cohiba Nicaragua that much at stores. I'm not sure if they're phasing that out. I still see the red and the black, the white sometimes. Um, the purple I see, but not that much. If I go to like the big store in Hamburg International, I'll see it, but I don't see a lot of lounges carrying that, like small lounges. Yeah, it's a worthy cigar. It's definitely good for the money. 10, 11, no, 8, $9 I paid. Um, it's definitely good for the money. You're going to have a good time. If you want a stronger Cohiba, younger tobacco, citrus note, earthy black pepper, twanginess, breadiness, it feels like a tweaked Habano. It's solid. Due to all those different types of tobacco, it gives the Habano a little more depth and complexity, a little more range. Because I like Habanos, but sometimes Habanos can be very simplistic, you know, mostly just twanginess, earthy, and just and black pepper. But yeah, I like this. I like this, but you're gonna get a lot of time. It is very slow burning. We're 30 minutes in, and I'm still in the first third. This motherfucker is slow. It's a slow burning cigar. Who do you work for? Who do you work for, Rispy? Who do you work for? Now we're never gonna know who he works for. Now bring us to our first commercial. World War III was brought to us by Cohiba Rubicon. Try the all new Cohiba Rubicon in 3 convenient sizes: Toro, Gordo, and a 55555. World War III next. Body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And as God has struck the hour, day of judgment, God is calling. On the knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sin. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah, solid song. One of the most accurate songs ever made. Yeah, yeah, it's great. We're gonna send all the poor people to war to all get killed and lower the population. And they they got to send the lower class people away and fight and die. That way, they're not a threat to their own, establishments. And so, it's like it's a 2 for 1 for them. They get their objectives, and also they get rid of any possible revolution. So yeah, it's convenient. It's convenient that they started World War III as all the people were awakened and they realized that our politicians and higher level businessmen and people that run this world are eating children, and bona fide fact. And but at the same time, they're protecting these people, and just while everyone's really mad about it, and you know, talking about stringing people up, hanging these pedophiles. Well, conveniently, it's time to go to war now. I I knew this was going to happen. I told you, 2026, 226, baby. Mm, mm, mm. Here we go again. Here we go again. Now, young Richie. Here's what it is. It is what it is. I was born to warn about. I was born as a prophet to warn people to avoid being debaucherous. You know, you know what I'm saying? This guy's got a lot of questions. We got a brand new. We got a brand new cigar coming out with the old school Cuban bands, which honestly I like it. I like it. Romeo Reserve, Nicaragua. It says something else. Does that say AJ Fernandez? That I don't know. But it's just the AJ Fernandez cigar. And I'm telling you right now, Uncle Larry, I'm hoping to find this cigar this weekend. It is available. I'm gonna go to cigar whatever it's called. Cigar International. Wow, this is quite spicy, quite fun cigar. Quite heavy, quite a long finish. Where would I put this review right now? Well, I don't think this is right now. I'm having an amazing time in this experience. It's definitely not godlike, but it's a solid, very good though. I got nothing bad to say about it. It's better than good. It's not an average cigar. I think it's way above average. I think it's giving you nice complexity. Definitely strong for Cohiba and pretty strong for a Habano. It's not a weak Habano, and this is a big boy 6x54. It's not like it's a skinny gauge. So um, you get a lot of tobacco, you get a lot of time, high value. Construction's fine. Not as good as the red dot or the blue or the black or the Nicaragua or whatever or the Wellers. These are more expensive cigars. So construction is fine. For $8 cigar, it's working fine. It burned through any of the waviness of so I didn't need a touch up. The ash is a little flaky, so I can nitpick there, but it's Cohiba, but it's an $8 price point. So okay. I like the vibe. All the flavors combined hit pretty well. It has what I like about Cohiba. Each cigar has its own vibe. Each cigar has. It's not just like run of the mill. Each Cohiba has their profile, and they do it unique. Whether it's the blue, the red, the black, the white, even their Connecticut. It's not a basic bitch Connecticut. It's solid. Um, the M series, Weller, um, the purple, the Nicaragua. I fuck with Cohiba, but not because I'm a fanboy. I fuck with them because I enjoy the cigars. Yeah, especially if I go on Cigar Page and get a better deal. But I fuck with Cohiba, and I like that they have each of their cigars has its own vibe, and I like that. It's really a complete brand because they kind of cover all the spaces. I mean, they got a whole. I mean, from Mexican San Andreas to Connecticut broadleafs. I'm talking about the wrapper. The wrapper, the outer layer, to Habanos, Connecticut shade. Um, and I guess what would be the blue though? Is the blue a Honduran wrapper? That I don't know. I know they use a lot of Honduran in the blue, but I can't recall. Then they have the Cameroon, obviously, on the red dot. Um, and then the M's do a lot of fun stuff. There's a whole bunch of M series, like different kinds. The first two M's were like different sizes, I think. But then they went to like different M's. Like they had like a red M, a blue M. Which hey, man, they're all fucking good time. I don't think I did the blue M. I did the red M. And some of the Wellos are pretty solid. With this cigar, I'm looking forward to. I don't think AJ is gonna fuck it up. This is the first time I'm seeing AJ use like what the he went back to like old. Obviously, he has the second band. Yeah, obviously he's one band, but the second band look. But I like that he went to the classic Habano routes. With the band. I love the smaller detail stuff like that. You know, uh, I like that. Romeo Partagas, whatever they go, H. Upman. Ah, man. Let's go back to the classics. You can't beat classics, man. And I'm hoping this blend's going to be solid. And it's a Romeo Reserve Nicaragua. So anytime AJ took over, like Altatus Romeo or Altatus H. Upman or Monte Cristo, he did it right. So maybe we're going to have some positive news with that. You know, it's already out. It's for sale on the internet. I haven't seen it at a shop though. And so I'm going to go to Cigar International this weekend. And I'm hoping. There was also another cigar I talked about the other day. I can't remember which one. It comes out March 2nd, next Tuesday. No, today, tomorrow, whatever the fuck. And I forget which one. There's some other new cigars. So, yeah, it's around the corner, Uncle Larry. It's got to be good. It's AJ and Romeo. It's got to be solid. It might not be, mind blowing, but the, any of the AJ and Romeos I've had are, good time, man. They're not bullshit. They're generally serious cigars, like upper mid tier cigars. This is a heavy cigar. It's a long finish, quite spicy, like a raspy spice. It's not a slick cigar, man. It's definitely abrasive, but if you want that vibe, if you want that heavy, sharp flavor on your tongue, no diddy. If you want flavor that's slightly coarse, it's not a smooth red dot. Like this ain't your daddy's Cohiba. It's a young man's Cohiba, and I like they made a Cohiba for like that. For guys that like, if you like AJ, that kind of stuff, like like not high end AJ where it gets real, more expensive tobacco, but if you like, more snappy cigars, the red dot, I'm sorry, the orange dot, I guess the orange, um, it fills that void. It fills the void. This was smart for Cohiba to put out something that's going to move and just help spread the name and get new customers. Because there were people that don't want to spend Cohiba money, or they're like, I would spend the money, but Cohiba cigars are not strong. So, it is not as beautiful as, the more expensive Cohibas, but I don't think the cigar was trying to be beautiful. So, on that note, that's all I got. I wish you guys well. OG Bot, OG Uncle Larry, I wish you guys well. Stay fresh. Don't do drugs. Limit your alcohol content. And the Cohiba revisit, the orange, is it still worth smoking? I would say yes. It's not my favorite Cohiba, but it's solid for the price point, solid availability, and online you can get good prices on a box. You can get really good prices on a box. Heavy, strong, spicy, slight citrus sweetness, long finish. I don't think it would play well with other cigars, though. So I wouldn't consider this a transitional cigar. I think having this and then going to a different cigar, I don't think it would play well. I don't think it would play well. But I digress. You guys stay fresh. You stay out of trouble. And I'll see you around. Who's this, KB? I'm sorry you got screwed over in taxes, but you literally caught the end of the show. So you take it easy. Stay out of trouble. And hopefully soon I'll review the new Romeo by AJ. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping it's a solid release. Take it easy.